Hello, and I'm back. And welcome into today's video. Today, we're going to be covering a build that I wanted to cover before I burnt out and disappeared for 53 days, but we're going to cover it now. Today's build is going to focus around Ashen Wake and the ability to absolutely nuke everything. Warlocks have a good fusion build that is consistent and good for high damage. However, I think once Classy Restoration is gone, this build is going to get some notice, because this build still has Restoration built into it due to the fact that you are using Sunspots. I am super excited to show you off this build, and I'm also more excited the fact that nobody has done this build yet, so I can really show it off and really show it off as one of my builds. Alright, let's go ahead and hop into the rest of the video. Alright, let's go ahead and hop into the build. Alright, for today's build, we're going to be on Solar Titan. I think that was relatively obvious, but let's go ahead and hop into the class. So I'm on Hammer of Soul. Without having Syntheseps on, I think Hammer of Soul is the better choice for the super, though even without Syntheseps, Burning Maul is overall a pretty good DPS choice. For my barricade, I'm using Towering Barricade on here. This is simply just to have the ability to have self-protection. I have the Throwing Hammer as my melee option. This is just to help me keep up Roaring Flames, just in case I do lose my Fusion Grenade and don't get it back. Though you should get it back every single time as long as you're killing at least 3 enemies with the grenade. Then for our aspects, we're going to be on Soul Invictus. This is our Sunspot fragment. If you know what Sunspots do, you know exactly what this is doing for you. And then we're also going to be on Roaring Flames. That way we can make our fusion grenades into absolute nukes. For our fragments are going to be Ember of Torches. This is going to allow us to buff up our weapon damage. The purpose here is to use your abilities as ad clear and then use your weapons as your boss and champion killing tools. So for Ember of Torches, this way we can have Radiant applied to us whenever we need it. We are also going to have Ember of Char. This has two purposes. One, for a stat bonus, so that way you don't have to build into 100 discipline, you only have to build into 90 discipline. And then also every time you do get a solar ignition, you will be spreading Scorch to other targets, which will help cause more ignitions happen overall. We're going to be on Ember of Ashes. This is kind of the bread and butter of solar in my mind, so always run Ember of Ashes, I think, if you're making a solar build at all. And we'll be using this so we apply more Scorch stacks to the targets we affect. And then lastly, we're going to be on Ember of Blistering. Defeating targets with solar ignitions will grant us grenade energy. This just stacks into more grenade energy and will help us get more of our grenade back. Oftentimes you're going to throw a grenade, kill 3 targets. It's going to end up killing 1 more target due to the spreading of Scorch and an ignition. And this will give you basically your entire grenade back on top of one other mod we have on our armor that'll help with our grenade energy once we throw it. All right, so we're going to start with our exotic. This way I can explain what the exotic does. Our exotic is Ashen Wake. They are hideous. I'm aware. That's why my Titan looks hideous, because I decided just to make it look as hideous as I could. And so the exotic perk on Ashen Wake is Bring the Heat. Fusion grenades now explode on impact and gain increased throw speed. Basically, they explode on impact and they have fastball built in. Final blows with fusion grenades grant grenade energy back. This is 25% per minor, and it's 30% per major. On our gloves, I have a resilience mod to help me get to 100 resilience. There's no reason not to build to 100 resilience in the current meta. Then we have grenade kickstart. This is just to help me get a little bit more grenade energy before it gets a kill. This way, as your grenade is flying, you're getting some grenade energy right away. And then once the kills happen, you're basically going to get almost all of your grenade energy back. And then to help get you the rest of that grenade energy, we have a elemental ordnance. Now this elemental ordnance is going to be built in with some other mods, and you'll see how we're going to get our full grenade every kill. Every time we get at least 2 to 3 kills. Alright, on back up to the helmet, we're going to go. And on the helmet, we have an Ashes Assets. This is just to help us farm super energy. We're going to be getting tons and tons of kills with our grenade, and so we can farm lots and lots of super energy this way. We also have a harmonic siphon. That way, any kills we do get with our primary weapon of choice, or if we just have a solar special weapon on, it will help us with getting some more super energy and just creating orbs for our teammates. And then lastly, we have a well of ordnance. We in fact have 2 copies of this mod, but here on the helmet we have one of those copies. This mod states when picking up a solar elemental well, you will be granted some grenade energy. Multiple copies of this mod do stack. It's about 10% per stack of the mod, which will give us about 10% of our grenade back per each time we pick up 1 elemental well orb. So if we pick up 3, which we have built here, we'll get 30% of our grenade right away. But we actually have 2, which means we're getting about 60% of our grenade back right away, which is why you pretty much always get your grenade back unless you don't kill enough enemies. On to our chest piece. Our chest piece is like every other chest piece I've made this season. I know I only made like 5 builds this season, but chest pieces are going to be on arc. This is so that way you can have all 3 resists on your chest piece real time to stack with your 100 resilience to give you max damage resist to everything you are fighting. We also have an elemental ordnance here. This is our second copy of elemental ordnance. This way we are creating 3 elemental wells as long as we are running bountiful wells, which we are. On to our boots. Our boots here are on solar. There's 2 reasons for this. We have a incineration, so any orbs we do create from our harmonic siphon will be giving us some grenade energy back. And then also we have recuperation on our boots, so that way we can get some of our health back also for any of those orbs we do create. Lastly, we have another copy of well ordnance. This is to stack the effect of the first one and to make it so we get more grenade energy back when we do pick up those solar elemental wells, which we'll be creating like crazy. Then lastly, we will be on our mark. Our mark today is on solar. This is for double bomber. So if you don't quite get your grenade, you can always just pop your class item and this will give you the rest of it. And then lastly, we have bountiful wells. This way you're creating 3 solar elemental wells when you do throw your grenade and get those kills. All right, that's going to be it for the build today. I hope everyone did enjoy. You can hop into the outro and then you'll be out of here. All right, that's going to be it for the video today. Here at the end of the video, I just wanted to apologize for suddenly just stopping uploading. I'm hoping I didn't just kill my channel for what I did. I probably did. I was basically at the point where I was playing Destiny 70 hours a week, working 30 to 40 hours. I was working somewhere between 30 to 40 hours a week, and also doing YouTube, which was another 15 hours a week. I'm not complaining. It was a lot on my plate that I put on myself. I burnt myself out. I am aware of what I did, which is why heading into fall here, I will still be uploading. I am back. I'm ready to be uploading, but you're not going to see as many videos as you did, especially during Witch Queen season, or even the beginning of this season. They're going to come out a lot slower, and I'm going to talk about the things that I want to talk about. I'm going to make builds about the things I want to make builds about. It's all going to be Destiny focused like always, but I'm not going to stick to just PvE. If I want to discuss something in PvP, I'm going to discuss something in PvP. And I will try to cover all 3 characters, but I can't promise all 3 characters being covered. Titan is always my priority and will always be my priority as long as this channel is here, but I can't always do just Titan builds because Titan doesn't have enough good builds to warrant that being the case. But that's going to be it for today, guys. I hope everyone did enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.